Welcome, everybody. My name's Ed, and we are locked in for tonight. Oh, what an episode. My goodness. Let's, before we get into that, though, let's just bring in the panel. Let's get into it, and let's talk about what happened and, get out of here, Zach. Anyway, no spoilers. Let's go. I'll bring in our panelists, starting with my co-host, Lisa.
Hey. I know I should be crying right now, but it is what it is, and the show must go on. So I can't wait to talk about it.
D.
Good evening, everyone. We just witnessed the worst play ever in Big Brother history. Let's talk about this.
Colleen.
Hello, everyone. Woohoo! I am so happy for the blockbuster ending that occurred this evening. I'm thrilled.
All right. And unfortunately, Meow was not able to be with us tonight. We started a little later this evening and just wasn't able to be. So we got that out of the way. Let's jump into our episode and see what's going on here. So we start off with, well, I guess where do we start off?
Well, we can start with whoever won HOH this week was Ava. And she nominated Keanu, Zach, and Vince. Finally, we have one person with the balls to put the big player up. Really proud of the girl. And then we had a veto competition that we happened to watch. And it was actually fun to watch, too. It was fair, everybody could win this. It's just to throw like a disc on the table and then to land on the biggest score. And you had to pick, if you lose, you had to pick what do you call these things?
A prize or punishment?
Yeah, no, the valise in English.
The valise.
A card with whatever their prize was going to be, right? Or punishment.
Yeah, it was inside when you win you watch the other games. It's inside that luggage. There you go, luggage.
Oh,
it was in the luggage. Yeah, I was trying to remember what it was inside the luggage. And I was on top of it. It was at the title, whatever you win, you open it and you see what you win.
Yeah.
And I fairly believe the first one that lost was Ava, right?
The first one, I don't think
Will
so.
was
Wasn't
the
the first one
person.
Will?
Okay, Will.
Yeah.
I thought I was Ava, but it's Will. Okay, Will lost the first one, and then what did he got again?
He got the
He
power
got the
of veto.
Okay, you got the power of veto, and then we played another round, and then I think it was Ava this time, right?
No.
The second time around?
No.
I don't remember the order exactly. Hang on.
Yeah, me either.
I'm pretty sure it was Ava the second time around, because at the end it was only Vince and Catherine that was left in the end.
And then Ava was right before the two of them, and before Ava was Vinny, or no, Vinny was at the end. Zach, Will, and who was in Catherine. Catherine was at the end. There was some other person that was involved, though. Keanu.
Keanu. Yeah.
Yeah, Keanu. Keanu won that. Got the punishment, I think, right?
Yeah, he did. So
yes, him and Vinny both got punishments. Yep.
Yeah, and then Zach also had punishment / task.
Yeah.
That he had to choose any house guest to join in with him, and he chose Rachel. And they had 12 hours to find 3 bags of money in this BB safe
Which was
that
fun.
didn't have a blue dye bomb on it. So they got
Yeah,
blue
it was
dye
funny to watch, by the way.
24 times, but it was. I'm really glad they had fun with it. That's one thing I can say about these house guests is they have fun with this kind of stuff. Like even Vince in his egg costume that he ended up with, and Keanu with his butler costume. Like they really did have a good time with it. So I enjoyed
and,
that.
and Rachel's being a real trooper too. She was on slop. She does the punishments.
Yes, I
So,
Yeah.
so.
and she's like one of these legends. So, she really doesn't have to go through all that. But I think she really did want it's been 15 years. I think she really wanted the Big Brother experience back
Yes,
again.
I agree with that.
And the way to experience it is exactly like this, by getting the punishments, by going through the ordeals of things. And
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just like in past seasons where like you've heard before that some players specifically say, "Oh, I can't wait, to get a punishment. Like I wanted a punishment so I could experience the full,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's even before they go in, they're like, no, if I get a punishment, I'm not turning it down. I'm gonna fully embrace it."
Oh, you're cutting out a bit, Colleen.
And I really liked, oh, I'm sorry. And I really enjoyed Vince's the egg detective situation.
Yeah.
Me too.
his
Me
part,
too. But another
Well,
Perot looked like. Yeah.
the good part about that is we watch a good moment between Zach and Will, because Zach I guess he got the trip for
Mhm.
London, and he turned around and gave it to Will to get
Mhm.
the
Veto, or
the
the
veto
the
from
punishment.
him.
He took the
The
punishment
pun-
from Will.
He took the
Yeah.
punishment from Will. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then was the last two was Vince and Catherine. And then I think the Vince begged her to
He
take the
did.
punishment
To
and
take the
to give
$5,000.
let him keep the veto, and to take the $5,000 from another person, but she refused to do
Yeah.
that, and she took the veto from him,
Why,
and she became the winner of the veto.
why do you think she did that?
I think to protect her boyfriend, personally.
Okay, but
Yeah, and I
so
don't
so
super
if
think it was intentional either.
so if Vince would have won the veto, he would have taken himself off, and the claim then is that Riley would have went up in his place.
Well, there's a
She was
chance you
afraid
could have
of
put,
her going up too. She was
yeah,
actually worried about herself going on the block.
herself and him.
And
So
you could
Yeah.
tell that she gave it a lot of thought, you guys, because I remember what struck me about the whole thing was you did notice how it did take her a long time to figure out what to do. She's sitting there and she's like thinking and she's thinking. Like I'm like,
Oh yeah.
what's she gonna do? Do you know what I mean?
What
She was trying to process all out of if she took the veto or not. I don't think she really wanted it. But at the same time, she's like, oh, this will give me and Riley safety. I think that's what she was
Mhm.
thinking.
Okay,
I
that's
can see that.
interesting then, because it reminded me, I guess, of Lauren, in that they both were gunning for this thing, so to speak, and once they got it,
Yeah,
oh man, now I've got to actually
right.
make decisions,
Yeah,
and
I've got to figure
Mhm.
it out. Yes.
so it
And I
just
think
reminded
too,
me of the same thing, kind of.
like one other possibility could be that she ended up at the end because it was a blind game. Basically, they couldn't see the targets. Like they knew they had a view of it. I think once, but then they were just blind throwing or blind sliding, and by the end, with everybody watching you, I don't like she couldn't have thrown it in a not obvious way. Everybody knew that high point section was in the top just to the right of center. And then if she didn't go for it, would have thought like, oh, well, she threw it to Vince.
Well, to give
Yeah,
her credit,
I
though,
think that's an
she
excellent
was
point. That's an excellent point. I agree.
to give her
Thanks,
credit,
honey.
she to give her credit though, she was sliding it pretty far down the table. You know, she it seemed to me like she was taking more of a risk and chance than the other guys. Everyone else was kind of in the middle of the table for the most part, while she was getting towards the end where the big numbers were. So credit to her as far as definitely wanting to try to get this and doing what it
Yeah,
took to
yeah.
win. But yeah, I think that the veto may have definitely come across as being a good thing to win. But now that you have decisions to make and you've got allies that are, crying, I guess, to use it on them, it and apparently she's being uh she's easily emotionally manipulated because I think that's what Riley's doing, right? Isn't he kind of using his whatever to manipulate her? I don't know, but
Maybe, unless she actually likes him. But she did tonight on the episode in the
Yeah,
DR after she
there's
made her
that
vote.
possibility.
She apologized to her family for making them watch her kiss a boy on TV.
Oh no
oh,
way!
She's like, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry I made you watch me kiss a boy.
Oh, that's too
Oh
funny.
my
Oh, yeah. But another thing, because Zach gave Will that trip, because Will had been talking about going on an anniversary trip, like long awaited with his wife, that after doing that, Will basically said he was indebted to him in the house and outside the house. Like, I thought that was really a little extra, but
yeah,
he was super appreciative of
Yeah,
it. And so at
yeah.
least that was one vote Zach thought he had in his pocket and actually did. I was impressed to see that Will voted for him. But maybe knowing they didn't have the numbers to keep him, they knew that Rachel would be
it
voting
wasn't
for
that
him and
better.
Will, and like no blood on their hands for it.
Well, when let's not get
Yeah,
too far there, we haven't even talked about, if someone used a veto or anything yet. So we haven't got to that part yet.
let's get to that part, D.
Yeah. Well, when Captain was in rooms, people were trying to convince her to use it. And you remember there was Ava conversation and there was Mickey conversation. It was really solid. And Ava basically turned around. I picked three good pick. Can we keep it the same? That's what convinced Catherine not to use it by respecting Ava's choice. And that's when she decided not to use it.
Yeah, and she didn't want anyone else to be upset with her.
Yeah. So after that, I was supposed to think someone to do something to get up. He didn't get up. He didn't get up. He didn't do nothing. He didn't. The guy did not use his power. Zach
Yeah,
decided to not use his power, to keep it
I
to
remember that
himself.
moment in the
And
feeds back.
yeah, he did not want to do it. He kept it to himself, and then that was it.
And
But after making that bad choice, he told Morgan that the reason why he didn't use it is because he didn't want her to go on the block as a replacement nominee.
okay, if that's the case, then why wasn't Morgan then swayed to at least throw him a vote then?
Well, that's later on. They had some discussion between Mickey and Morgan. I've never so many women, two women talk so much in a day and a half, in between back and forth, back and forth. It was like, and then they start taking these little uh, bonbon, whatever they're using, to make
Oh, the
to
Smarties.
yeah, the Smarties, to decide which one's going to go. This is what is going to happen next week and this week and this and that week, and we're going to remove this week and that week and this week. And then I'm like, oh my god, they kept going forever and ever and ever. And I remember they were tired and then they kept going. I'm like, oh. At one point, it was like Zach's leaving, no matter who's against him, and then it was Keanu was leaving, no matter it was against him, and then there was Vince, and then at the end of the day, when I finished watching Tehran, he said, "Well, according to this, Zach is fine staying against Keanu, but if he's against Vince, he goes home. And see if it's Keanu versus Vince, it's a tie. So I was like, okay. So the girls worked all night, and also that Ashley changed her mind about uh, keeping Zach. She changed her vote to keep Vince, even though that's not good for her game.
Yeah, and I wasn't surprised to hear about Morgan's vote, but I was disappointed, and the reason being, and I'm not here as a Zach fan. I'm not really, but um, I thought it was probably more of a bitter vote because obviously the whole romance thing for me is coming into play in that I feel like at the end of the day, Morgan felt rejected by Zach or not fully embraced romantically, right? So, in my mind, of course, she was going to vote against him, no matter what was said, done. I don't think it mattered at all. I think after she realized that he was more into Lauren or whatnot, that was the end of that. Morgan was never going to vote for him to stay.
Yeah, but didn't she
Unless
realize
Mickey
he was
threatened
more
her.
into, yeah, I thought that she just realized he was more into Lauren like day 4. I mean, but that didn't
Maybe,
stop her
but she held out
continuing
hope,
to.
though. I feel like she held out hope. Like, I just really feel like she was
I-
just really thinking
but
maybe she could change that dynamic. But
She
okay,
acted like a high school girl. She acted like a
so
high school
so
girl.
yeah, it's like a high
so
school girl. Yeah.
she held out hope until he said, "I didn't use this power to save you." Then she turned on him.
I
That
think
just
Well,
maybe.
on the show tonight, she broke down in tears in the DR talking about about that, finding out that Zach didn't use it for
That's
her
right.
benefit.
That's
And
Right.
right.
she said, the least I can do is vote for him to stay.
yeah, the least.
So she did say that. But I have a feeling, because there's a big thing that we can get to later on about Morgan and Mickey talking to each other,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that,
I didn't like that pairing. I don't like that
and
pairing anyway.
yeah, and a lot
They
of the
drive me
other house
crazy.
guests talking to Mickey, like Will and Ashley were talking to Mickey. Ashley alone with someone, Ashley with someone else was talking to Mickey, and what they've all noticed is how bossy she's been,
Yeah.
Yes.
and
Yep.
right. So I believe that maybe even Mickey just straight up told Morgan, "You're not doing that. There's no way you're voting for Zach to stay. That's so bad for your game. You would be
Which is not.
making people upset." Like the same speech Mickey gives everybody to do what she wants,
Exactly right.
basically.
Yep. Yep.
And hopefully this week someone will notice and paid attention and play the game just like Ava, please. Let's not be I'm gonna sleep if it's Lauren. I will sleep in my bed. Never mind her
Oh,
being
you
an
mean
HOH.
HOH?
Oh la la. Everybody being a share. I want to watch the screaming and wait for Mr. Vince to come in to give her advice. I'm like, I'm gonna be bored to death. Like I need
Uh,
A
someone.
repeat.
Even I welcome one of the couple to win because I want some action. You know what I mean?
I
Mm-hmm.
I welcome that with open arms. And if Rachel wins, I'm gonna jump around the place because they're gonna learn what it is to be an HOH. When she wins HOH, she'll teach them how to be an HOH.
I don't know. I wouldn't be too confident about that.
Well, not if it's
We'll
the wall
see.
tonight. I'm assuming it's the wall because it has to be the wall because they talk of everybody online was talking about it. So it has to be the wall.
Yeah, I think so
So
too.
Well, if it is the
obviously
wall,
we're not
my
gonna
guess
we have
is
to not your guesses is what? What did you vote
oh
for?
no, my guess is that if it's the wall, that Keanu or Vince are gonna win this. That's what I
Keanu is
think.
not winning that wall.
Okay.
His butt's too big. Sorry, girl, but his butt's too big to win that. No, I I
Anything's
see
possible.
I see the cowboy win that because he's skinny. He's not that big, and he also rides bulls.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Him and
That's a good
Vince are
point.
the
I don't
only
know if
two
the
that
bulls spray
believe.
slime at him or anything. Maybe
Yeah,
rodeo
when
clowns
it
spray
comes
slime at
when
him.
it comes to
Yeah.
women, any women could win this, except I don't think Rachel could pull it off. it's not Rachel's thing. She's
Yeah.
she's strong and hanging on to stuff, but to hang on to a wall, she was not good the last two that she was on because Danny
Mm-hmm.
Donato was there, so of course she didn't win. But I feel
Right.
like I told you guys that I feel like maybe Kelly or Catherine's gonna win. Even though I put a bet on Morgan and Lauren, my gut feeling says Catherine or Kelly. Kelly. Hopefully, she won't listen to Vince because then I'll be bored just like Lauren. I
Yeah.
like that. I want someone to repeat what Eva just did. Otherwise, it's just gonna go down like the Titanic for me.
Well, see, the thing is, like, let's say Mickey won this next HOH. I know people are like, "Oh no, I hope she doesn't win. It's the same, like it's blah blah blah." But in a way, I'd still be interested to see how she handles it, especially with a lot of the other house guests already like, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
why
but
is
the
she
thing
doing
is, she already
that?"
said she's gonna put the same people all over again.
Yeah, but
Keanu,
then she's gonna
Kelly.
have to do a fourth, right? So she has to choose four people. And all week she's been promising a lot of people a lot of things. Like even she had a sit down with Zach, and Zach was like really cool about it, but he was basically calling her out. Like, I know you've done this, and you said this to Mickey, and you said to Ava
Yeah.
that suggested my name to go on the block. And she's like,
What I'm
"Can I
trying
be
to
honest
say
with you?"
mostly is I don't want the same repeat people to go up on the block, but she's gonna use the same people, which is so boring to me.
Yeah, but she's gonna make people mad, so that's interesting to me.
Well, Ava put all the big guys up. She didn't care was they get mad. That's how you play the game. Like, why would you put the same people from the beginning of the season all over again? It's
Well,
just
it's
stupid. The Will's
true.
not gonna go up if it's her. Will will not go up there
Yeah, no.
because she will skip him. But she'll put Keanu and Kelly, the K, the Kellogg's. Double
Keanu and
K
Kelly.
again. Yeah, and then she'll put someone else and probably try to backdoor Rachel. I don't think personally, I'm gonna say it right now, she has no balls to put up uh, Rachel.
Rachel.
I don't. She'd be too scared. She'll want someone else to do it. She's
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
want to
true.
do it. I don't think she'll. I'd see Morgan do it, but not her.
Yeah, I can see that.
Morgan doesn't care. They had a fight, and I think she'll want to put her up there, and then I don't think she'll put her up there right away. I think she'll backdoor Rachel,
Yeah,
Well, I
when
don't.
it's
and
allowed
I don't
again.
like the fact that she said she's gonna put Ava up.
In
So
my opinion, I don't think Morgan has long for this game. I just don't think so. But we'll see. I just don't
Right?
think. I don't
yeah,
think
we'll
she's going to
see.
be here long. I don't think she's going to be here long.
And
I'll
she
be.
was one of the front runners in the beginning.
Yes, I'm really disappointed, sort of, in Morgan, but that won't have been the first time.
Right?
Well, it's because things happen, and you kind of see a word that was said about certain person. I'm not gonna repeat that because people already know. It put me in a negative towards them, right? Um, it's just sometimes they shouldn't say things like in this way. They should keep that for the outside world. You
We
know,
still don't know the context, remember?
that's why I'm saying nothing.
Yeah.
And
So
also, though, you know, it is true. I've heard from other people that have been on Big Brother seasons that you'd think that you'd remember or realize that you're on camera the entire time, right? But after you're
I
there for
would.
no, but after you're there for a little bit, many of them have said you almost. I mean, I'm
Forget.
not saying that you forget, but you almost kind of do forget, like you aren't watching everything. Or they're not filtering like you might filter, and like, let's say you go to work at a job and you're gonna filter how you talk to your boss, how you talk to your coworkers. But here you sort of almost feel very comfortable after a while. Like obviously you're on your guard, probably those first, the first week or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Then after a while, you kind of just say stuff and you kind of don't really think about how it's perceived, or that you just said that, or
Yeah, then someone gets caught picking their nose on national
Right.
television.
Right. Oh God, don't remind me of that season. Yeah, for real.
Oh,
Uh,
or get a certain thing happening in the blanket.
Oh no,
Yes.
I
You
don't
can only
think that
keep
was.
your,
What's that?
you can only keep your guard up for so long. Uh,
That's true.
yeah,
you know, of
exactly.
course you're going to go in aware of the cameras and aware of all the eyes on you and everything else. You're in Big Brother. Even the recruits understand that you're on, live television and people are watching. But yeah, to try to but at some point, even in like neighborhoods or anything else, you become comfortable with your surroundings, and you
Yeah.
tend to let your guard down a bit. So
Mhm.
that's why we get to see these moments play out on camera. I wanted to go back to, though, the blockbuster. You had mentioned that Keanu wins the blockbuster in order to get himself off, leaving Zach and Vince there. But we end up with only 2 votes to save Zach.
Mhm.
Will, the person who
He gave
you
the
know
trip to.
that promised that he would ride with him for the
Mhm.
rest of the game for what he's done for him, and Rachel, someone that I didn't know really even had much of a relationship with Zach at all. I mean, are you saying then that if Rachel's telling Ava not to put Zach up, that Ava's just doing it anyway? Because I thought Ava didn't. I thought Ava was talking about not wanting to put Zach up.
Yeah, and you know how that happened. Let's
Well,
rewind back to
let's
Mickey again,
yeah, let's hear it.
right? Because Mickey and Will had a conversation. Ava told the house guests, "I don't want any one-on-ones. I'll call you if I need you."
Okay.
Before noms, and so she was ready to put up Keanu, Vince, and Ashley, and she was hanging in her room and then ended up calling Mickey up to her room, which Mickey, Will, and Rachel were in the HOH room with her. But then Rachel had left and it was just Mickey and Will. And she said, I'm thinking of putting up X, Y, and Z. And the second she said Ashley's name, Mickey's eyes opened wide and she was like, oh, no, no, we can't do that. Like, I know she bothers all of us, but we can't get rid of her right now. And she was like,
Okay.
I don't know. And Mickey
Oh yeah,
pushed it and said, no, you're not doing this. This would be bad for your game. No, you're not doing this. No, you're not doing this. You're putting up like Zach. That's who you're putting up, Zach. And then she put up Zach. And then with the replacement, if Catherine were to use the veto, Mickey and Ava were talking again, and Mickey's like, "Well, no, you can't put up Morgan because Morgan was going to be the initial replacement nom." And Mickey said, "No, you're not putting up Morgan. That would be bad for your game. You're not doing it. You're not doing it." But then we got an Ava DR about it, and Ava was like, "Listen, I protected your people with my nominations by not putting Ashley up. If you want me to save your friends again for this replacement nom, how about if I save one of them and put you up instead?" So even Ava's noticing like the pushiness of Mickey. But
yes,
anyway, that's
yep,
how Zach
Interesting.
exactly
ended up
right.
there in the first place. And you could
Because
tell
I wanted
tonight.
to. Yeah, because I was trying to comment I thought Ava and Mickey were close.
Yeah. Yeah, but they know they have closer people. Like they're not each other's number ones. Like Ava's
No.
closer to Will than she is to Mickey.
Yes.
Right? And Ava's closer to Rachel than she is to Mickey. So Ava has these like I guess she was going to try to ride with it like whatever, fine. I'll save your person and put up Zach. But after the eviction tonight, Ava was sobbing, like audibly sobbing. I didn't
Oh
want to
wow.
do this. I didn't want him to leave.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound like I was. Whose HOH was it?
Good question. And that's why when everyone's like, good job, Ava, for putting the big guns up, like she wanted to put Ashley up. She didn't even want Zach touching the block. As actually right before that night, before the nominations, she walked by Zach in the washroom hallway, or I think that's where it was, and she was like, "You're not going up. I just want to let you know you're safe this week." And he was like, "Oh, thank you." And then he
And
went
that's
up.
why he was pissed then for
Exactly.
Yeah, she shouldn't have gone back on her word like that. I don't think. Oh,
Mickey
well.
has that aura about
That
her.
is fast. That people,
well, it must
I
be.
don't
She's an
get it.
aura painter. Yeah. So
No,
she
Oh,
Mickey.
that's
Yeah, Mickey's
right.
got this.
yeah,
I
it
kind
must
of forgot
be.
about that, Ed. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
Okay,
it's
well
been an
that's
interesting week. Annoying, but really interesting.
Right, can we go back to the punishment?
Yeah, which one?
Well, the one that Vince got the suit,
the egg.
the egg inspector costume.
Yeah,
Egg
which was so
specter.
cool.
It's so
Yeah.
hilarious. Did you get the picture I sent for that moment? No.
The
This was an
picture.
entertaining punishment for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I love watching it.
and
I mean, I'm sorry, but I think Vince is so adorable in his thing, and I think Keanu is equally adorable in his thing. I just love
yeah,
it. I'm
because
loving them
because
both.
because his entire costume was his butt, a bigger
Yeah.
butt,
I'm
and
loving them both.
then he was serving pig in a blanket on his butt.
Yeah, his butt tray on a silver
At
platter.
every hours of the night.
It was
But they
funny
were
too
so
when
great.
Oh,
he
They
had to.
both have embraced their punishment so nicely though. I really think they're both being great sports.
yeah,
Like I'm
Yeah,
really enjoying
they
it.
were.
How they're
yeah,
both like embracing it. Even though, as odds would have it, both of them were under much stress this week because they were both on the block.
yeah,
So that was quite incredible because it's not always, in fact, not
Well,
usual
I'm
that the
gonna say
person with those
something.
punishments is on the block at the same time, you know?
mm-hmm,
I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
So
say
I was
something
proud
that
of them.
literally there's only one guy that was on the block this week. It was Zach. Because if you think about it, Keanu was sitting on his second butt, and then Vince was sitting on his stool.
Oh yeah, literally, physically on the block. You mean? I get you. I get you.
So
That
of
one.
these,
Oh, go ahead, Ed.
Good.
I was going to just ask of these punishments, which one was the worst?
I
You have
find the
you
eggs
have
was
the
worse.
find the money. You have the dressed like an egg, and you have having to wake up and make pigs in a blanket with a giant butt.
I seen Vince try to go to the bathroom. It's terrible. He's trying to fit in that door. I watched him. I'm like, oh my god, how do you fit in this shit? He's trying to
So
get
it's like,
inside the toilet and then turned around and I guess there's a hole in there somewhere and he could pee or I don't know what he did, but wow, I said they must have been so annoying, especially if you're in the middle of the night, you have to sleep and you need to
yeah,
go, and that's the worst thing to have on when you need to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
I
Kudos
should
to,
have
think
got an
Vince's,
exemption
I
for
chapeau
think
to
bathrooms.
him.
Vince's punishment was the worst, but it's the one I have enjoyed the most.
Same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just it was so cute, you know. He's hiding under his, he's
Oh, when
hiding
he
Yeah.
would
and
turtle
sitting a
shell
lot
it, he would just
under his
go
Yeah,
and his
every time he
my
sits on his stool, he
thing.
disappears and his head
It's
disappears.
just, I mean, this
yeah,
cracks me up so much, like the old comedy shows.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
so
you
can't
much
stop
physical
laughing.
comedy. That's
I'm
exactly.
laughing to myself the whole time I'm watching it. I just really love it.
Yeah,
yeah.
those are the words on my mind. Physical comedy. It was just
Yes,
perfect.
like the
Like
old
he
days.
would
I just
my
love that.
my two favorite things are that he would like turtle his head and arms inside and
Yes,
eat. He would eat
so
inside
cute.
his egg. And there
Just
was another shot
adorable.
of him sitting in the washroom on the bench, and Kelly was whispering in one armhole, and Keanu was whispering in the other armhole, and they were game talking inside the egg.
I just made me
And then
cry.
my most favorite
I would
part
just
was
cry.
it was like one night at 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe a couple of nights ago, 3 o'clock Eastern time. No, maybe their time. I can't remember. Your time, Colleen. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
there was just a moment of deliriousness, like extreme. Zach comes out with a smile on his face. We're not even talking about that. Then the Morgan and Vince are like, "Oh, what? Why is he so giddy? What's going on?" And then Vince gets up and he's like, "I have to train. I've been training for this." And he starts doing push-ups in the egg costume, running around, ducking behind the chairs. Like it was so funny. Oh my
Oh,
God, what a
Oh, I got
comedy!
one better. I got one better.
Which one?
Okay.
Which one?
There was a time that Keanu was doing exercise. I think it was with Rachel and
Oh
Morgan.
goodness. Yeah.
And then and he was ducking down, like bending down, and all of a sudden you hear
Mm-hmm.
he ripped his pants.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
I
That's
was
so
like,
funny.
did he just rip his pants? I'm like that. Then start laughing. I was like,
He
wow.
sure
He had
did.
to go. He had to go run to them to get a new pair of pants.
Yeah.
Was there more to his
Costume
punishment?
malfunction. So it's double butt rip, okay? Just in case you want to know what it happened.
Yeah. His second set of cheeks ripped.
I mean, the girl was on the floor laughing when it happened. It's just crazy. Like, that's good TV. 25th anniversary, this is good. Good choice of punishment.
Yeah.
Was there more to the punishment than other than being in the costume? Did he have more of a task to do?
You mean Keanu?
No.
No Vince.
Yes.
Not really. Oh, you
Just
had to
in the
you had to
costume. He
find
didn't have
out who,
to question
his
people. He
task
didn't have
basically was to find out who was responsible. Why did he end up on the block?
Oh, that was the little
Right?
skit from tonight. Yes. They did a
Yeah,
cute
yeah,
little thing in black and
yeah.
white, right? Where he was like, "Oh, I'm on the case. But the only case I'm investigating is the case of me ending up on the block and how
It was actually funny, a funny
And how
moment,
did that turn out?
But it wasn't an official task. I don't think he had anything
Sure.
other than being
I think
it.
he was
Okay.
just playing with it in the end, like
Well, then I guess
telling
I would.
himself.
Well, then I guess I would say Keanu's was the worst for me because not only did he have a ridiculous costume, but he had
He had to
actual
cook.
physical
Yeah.
tasks in order to accomplish also.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
In the
and
middle
he
of
had
the
to do it
night.
at 3 in the morning and
Yep.
1 in the morning, and he had to single people out. And
Oh my
so
God!
that
When he
to
asked
me
for
would probably
Riley,
be the worst one.
when he
Oh.
told he went to wake up Riley because he told him that to go feed the pigs in a blanket to Riley.
Yeah.
Riley got up and then realized, oh my God, they asked him to come and see me for this. And he says, do you want any pigs? And no, he went right back to sleep. And of course, thank God the guy
No,
could go back
that
to
was
sleep.
you guys.
Yeah,
That
but
was one of my
Keanu still had to cook the whole things and
that was one
make
of
it
my
a TLC.
that was one of my favorite parts, you guys, because I think how it went down, D, if I'm not mistaken, when we were watching last night, is that so Keanu was told specifically to specifically give Riley some, right?
Yeah.
Of the food. And then when Riley directly asked him, "Did they tell you to give it to me?" And Keanu says, "Nope." I was laughing so hard. Keanu's like, "Screw this. I'm just gonna say no."
Yeah.
But in fact, is that the production did ask him to specifically give it to Riley.
Like, don't
Oh
be
yeah.
mad at me.
That was
So
great. Keanu goes, "Nope." I died laughing at that.
so coming
I'm
back
like,
to the
"Keanu, you're a
competition
man.
among,
You're a man that just like I would love that." It's so fantastic.
So coming back to the competition, between all three, like Zach, Vince, and Keanu, you needed to really pay attention to in front of you, like the 3 or 4 rows of colors, right? And they were a big piece to take out. So looking at it from close, it's really hard because this is why I like Keanu's style. He was backing up and paying attention to it further because too close, you can't see properly. And that's how people thought maybe he was throwing it
Well,
to the others, but he was not. He was taking his time to do it properly.
exactly. At first, when I saw how like scrambled he was, I'm like, is he really throwing this? Because he mentioned to Vince, like, first he said, "What if I win the veto and take you down?" And then he said, "What if I throw the blockbuster to you?" So I was like, no, 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 they can't all be this horrible in the game. Like, please. But then he
Sure
did
they
it.
can.
He picked it. Yeah, right, Ed? Exactly. But he picked it up, and what was even Meow said she wasn't even watching him until all of a sudden he ran forward to push his button.
Yeah. And I was paying attention to all three of them.
Yeah, and they didn't do that the full game view this time. They showed us like one player at a time or two players at a time.
Yeah, at some point they were three of. I could see all three of them going at it. Because
Yeah.
I know the only person I noticed that backed away was Keanu. I think that's the only reason. I would have done the same, back to the wall. Actually, I want to see. I need to see that. I'm a visual learner, right? But I need to visualize what I'm looking at to finish the puzzle. And
Yeah.
I think he's just like me. He probably backed up enough to see, because he's taller, much taller than me. So
Hmm.
it's less backing up for him. And then you could see what he got to see what he needs to see was like flying and put him all together, and then he just walked slowly to press the buzzer because he knew he had it.
Yeah. And Zach and Vince, they were on a roll in the beginning, but as I'm watching them, they kept like repeating the same moves
Yeah,
over and over
same
again. Like it was
mistakes.
almost cyclical. Like, oh no, guys, you just did that. Or Zach, you just did that. Vince, you just did that. You're in the same spot again. And that's like
Yeah.
focusing on them. I didn't even notice that Keanu was almost done.
And voila.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the vote downstairs, I think I heard Keanu tell Vince he was going to give him his vote to stay in his year. When he gave him a hug,
Yeah.
and then they had to put all their suit back on, the inspector
Oh
suit
yeah,
and the butt
Keanu
suit,
wanted
and
to
go
vote for
back
Vince.
down the stairs. And then they had to go back, and I guess they're talking about everybody's years and to see if they're going to get their votes, and that's about it. And
Yeah.
then they all went in the room, and I was surprised at some of the vote, but I guess some people didn't want to be on the wrong side of the road or chicken shit or whatever.
Again. Yeah.
But they decided to keep Vince
A tie would have been.
So
against
now
my wishes.
I need to step in again. Hello.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, excellent. It's because so how did that happen then? Ava,
Who-
the HOH wants Vince out, right? No problem.
Yes.
Everybody wants to keep Zach. Zach gave a trip away. Zach told another one that he's not putting her, he doesn't want the opportunity for her to go up by not using his power to save himself. How does he lose? By such a landslide.
I think it's because they talk individually, like thank God, but this season has no house meetings, right? So I think in all their little trios and duos, they chit chat and then pass a message along and then find out, like counting these votes. They counted votes so many times on the feeds, like everybody.
Yes.
And it kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And people would say, we want Vince to stay. Then people would say, well, we want Zach to stay. And it kept happening. So sometime, because all the live feed updates from today, like I didn't see any from, I don't know, the feeds went down early and I didn't really notice, but the last we heard was that maybe Zach had a chance of staying and that Ava wanted Keanu gone again. And so did some other people.
Okay, I just want to interject it. Why is it a chance to stay? Vince is,
It could have been a tie.
Yeah.
but Ava wants him out. She's the HOH.
But she would only be the tiebreaker.
Okay.
They're not
So,
really
So
that.
these people are actively then going against Ava and her allies. Then is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, she
Yeah, but
wanted
she's not
Vince
really-
out. She wanted Vince
The
out.
house is now evenly split after this vote out. Is that correct?
You mean in two sides?
Yes, the Ava side and then the people that voted out Zach. Or no,
I don't think
guess
so.
that's not it.
No.
Well, they all turned on Ava, and Ava believes that she has allies.
I don't think they turned on her. I think it was like a house decision because I think they knew that at this point they wanted Zach gone because he was so good and so nice and so generous and dumb.
I
And
believe
yes,
all those things
and
are true, but
and I agree with
I
you
believe
that
all
as
that's
far as
true. But Ava said, "I want Vince out." I'm still not wrapping my head around this though. In the modern era, they just do whatever the HOH wants, and the HOH wants Vince out.
I think Lisa made a good point that this season, more than any of the ones I can remember, honestly, in recent history, has been inevitable vote with the house down. Now, we've seen this in other seasons, right? But usually they'll do that with 1 or 2 evictions. But for these guys, it's been pretty much every single eviction night is don't go against the house. What is the house going to agree to before we even go in there, before we even go in to vote? And that drives me crazy. So people just go out and vote, individually. But, and they did used to do more of it other previous
We're
seasons.
losing
Yeah.
you, Colleen.
This season,
That's great.
saying,
We're losing you.
You're cutting out. You're gone.
okay.
Oh, there you are. But yeah, it was a very back and forth. Like even as I'm taking notes from the live feeds for updates or Twitter posts, X posts, it's like if I had a screenshot that I wanted to post from 2 hours ago, now it would be irrelevant because it just changed again. So it was like frustrating to try to update people because then it's like, no, that doesn't even exist anymore. Okay, now they switched
Yeah,
again. Okay, now
you're
they
right.
switched again.
Okay, so that many people in the house are gaming then. I'm
They
just
all are, yeah. They think
okay.
like they're trying hard. I keep saying that all season. They think they're gaming hard, and they are. They're not doing it well, but they're doing it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
Vince got a big vote, even though he's the target to be out. That's against a loved Zach. That's very interesting. Vince, he needed to find a way off in order for me to give him his crown or whatever. He
Mhm.
gets it, man. Because I don't know what the thing is. I'm guessing that it was the tears and all of it. His manipulation. That's the only thing, man. He's doing it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's
Because
working.
how
Whether
could he
it's
survive? How could he survive the block uh, against being the target and against someone who's loved? That doesn't
Mhm.
happen often.
No, it
As the
doesn't.
kids, as the kids say, he's doing the damn thing.
exactly.
Okay, I guess he just doesn't seem to be getting his flowers like he should, I suppose.
Well, everyone was on to him last at the beginning of this HOH, like week 5,
I don't
whatever.
think so. If they
They
were, he'd be
were.
out
That's
the
the
door.
ridiculousness of, right?
He'd be out the door if that were true.
That's the ridiculousness of this house. They literally all talk about how he's talking to a lot of people, and that was a lot of the problems between Morgan and Mickey this week. Like Mickey actually yelled at Morgan. It's your fault those two are on the block this week. In my eyes, that's a stupid thing to do. You're hanging out with them till 3 a.m. every night. Of course, everyone knows that you're a trio. And of course, now everyone wants to get them to break you guys up.
And now they're
But,
broken.
but with Morgan voting out Zach, doesn't that just prove to everyone that she is just not as hung up as everybody believed that she was on Zach?
Well, unless they said, we're doing Zach, okay? We're doing Zach. And she was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, very,
Like,
very follower vibes, huh? Just not.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
For how much talking she does aggressively, Morgan, she does exactly what you said, more of a follower.
Yeah. And she said she's going after Rachel next. We'll see if she does it.
It was funny, too. Her and Ashley were talking one time, Mickey and Ashley, sorry. And right before, I think this was yesterday's feeds, when I'm trying to figure out who the target is. And Mickey's talking about someone. I tuned in the middle of the convo. Mickey's talking about someone saying like, well, whatever, when they're out of the house, we're going to be friends. And Ashley goes, you're a savage. And she goes, what? Why? You got to start learning how to disconnect personal from game. And in my head, I'm going personal from game or like alliances from game. Because all Mickey's been doing is attacking her own alliance members this whole time. So that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Any other key moments from this week here that we can talk about?
This week,
Well, when I realized that
Mr.
everybody
Curly?
lost a lot of point this week, I was miserable at work.
Yeah.
Did everybody?
Oh,
A few of us
Eddie,
did.
Eddie, you voted 8 points for Zach to use his
His
power.
power.
Yeah, and then it didn't even pay off. He needed to go home, and he went home. Good for him.
Oh, another key moment is Rachel and Keanu, their relationship. She's like, she had a moment where she was talking to him again, like this brother sister hate you, love you thing. And she's like, you trust me. I don't know why. And I trust you, and I don't know why. And it's like, who knows? Maybe we could end up actually working together. And I think Keanu left and then went to tell somebody that. Or was it that? I know that he was talking to Mickey and Morgan, and they were having an argument. And right after that, Keanu ran to tell Rachel. So it's like this
Oh
web
no,
is,
no, it was about the group,
yeah, about
the
the heavy
alliance, the
hitters.
alliance. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
about the heavy hitters. And he was like, yeah, there was an alliance. Rachel told me, he said to Mickey and Morgan, Rachel told me that there was this big alliance of people that included you, but not her, called the heavy hitters. And Mickey was
And
like, what?
Keanu went back to her to say, but you forgot to mention you were part of it.
Yes. And that was the follow up. So
Yeah,
everybody's been clocking Mickey and Morgan, and
yeah.
they're clocking each other. So unless they both have power of some sort, I think they're at risk of leaving
Yeah,
sometime
but
soon.
Oh,
there was a
definitely.
big whiny time between Morgan and Mickey about that she forgot to tell her that Morgan might be I mean Mickey. People were talking about Mickey that she
Oh
was
yeah, she
engaged to
said
her.
3 days. It took you 3 days to tell me
Yeah,
about it. And Morgan's
and
like,
that's
I don't
Mhm.
know.
yeah, and that's when Mickey was upset, and she went to get Keanu because Keanu said something, and she wanted to ask Keanu if he actually said that, and Keanu was upset because he was upset at Morgan saying that she's using this to get him in trouble. And he was saying, I didn't say that. I said all these other things except that. And
Yeah, and
Morgan
then
was
he went to
interesting.
Rachel and he said, I bold faced lied about everything to them. I was like, what?
That's great.
But of course, Rachel ain't gonna say anything because she doesn't do the other way around. He does it to
Yep.
her, but she doesn't do it to him.
Hmm.
If he
Oh,
only knew when he gets out of this house, if he doesn't end up at the end with her after everything she put up with him, he's gonna say, "Oh my God, I should have just followed her and shut my mouth." Because he's gonna
Or got
realize
rid
how
of
much
her
he
earlier.
helped him so much. You know what I mean? And he's just treat her like garbage when she was helping him all the time.
Yeah, but at
So
the same time, that's a big competitor, and he knows he's already wanted to target her, and the house knows they're kind of love hate.
yeah, but no one would know that together. This he would shut his mouth. It would be the best duo to get to the end.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because he
So I
would
guess
win.
I
He's so popular, he would win because he won so many things that the guy deserved to win this game if he gets to the end. Because look how many times they put him up, and then you have to fight for his life all the time. And every time he tried to be in someone's group, people push him away. When he thinks he could trust someone, and then again they push him away.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's I think he's aware of that now, and he's trying to be a little more proactive.
Yeah,
Like, as in, he's telling more lies, and he's actually pitting people against each other, calling people out for things.
yeah,
Which is a good headspace to be in, feeling like you got nothing to lose.
yeah,
Kelly.
yeah.
Kelly.
Kelly, I'm telling you, we'll see if I'm right. Like I told you, I got these two extra thing in my like Catherine and Kelly for some reason. Um,
For what?
because I to win the HOH tonight,
Oh.
and because I want someone to. Oh my God, I need someone else. I don't want to go through the same three people going up. I'm so bored with this. like, like play the game. You want to take some people out of the other side, and then keep your group strong. You're not going to do that by putting the same people that some of them are on your side and some are not. It makes no sense to play the game. Just play the game like Ava, please. Can we double Ava this week? Can she win again?
Well,
So we
Ava
won't have
put
to.
Keanu up, who was already up twice.
Oh, because don't forget what he did to her, though. Right? He didn't yell at nobody but her. I
He didn't
understood
yell
why.
at her though. She yelled at him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he was whatever he did to her, she didn't like it, right?
Well, no, she literally said, I yelled at, you're the only person I yelled at in the house.
Yep, that's
So,
exactly what she said. Yep.
right? So she's not retaliating. She's just saying that would make sense
That would
because,
make sense to the other people that I did that. Yeah.
and she said that
Okay.
out loud to everybody too.
Well, you end up
So,
winning anyway, so that's a good thing.
right. And in my opinion only, I don't think Ava's HOH was as strong as everybody saying. I think it was
I
a
agree
big,
with you there. Yeah.
it was like a continuous roll of chance. And then this happened, and then this happened. Like if she actually did put Ashley up, those are her targets. Keanu was a bonus, and then Vince and Ashley were her actual targets.
Yeah, let's get back to the Ashley thing because
Mhm.
what is her relationship with Mickey and Morgan? They fought
Ashley?
for her to stay off the block, but it seems to me like they talk smack and are not trustworthy of each other. But
I
yet,
think Ashley
incredibly hard
is
to
gonna
keep.
stick to Rachel. I don't care what anybody says. I think Rachel and Ashley gonna stick together.
Well,
Because
yeah, I mean,
she
Rachel
might
doesn't have
be,
anybody, of course.
because I've noticed that they start saying that she's in danger. I'm gonna stay away from her. But then again, you could see the other side of her now. Fuck that. I'm gonna stay with her. I think she's gonna stick to Rachel and Ava, and
I
she
think
likes Will as
No,
well because Will looks
but they
down
didn't.
on Nikki right now because the way she just tells him what to do. So if you think about it, if Will thinks like that about Mickey and Ashley agrees with him, right, and then she goes with Rachel and
Yeah.
Ava, there's the four right there, and the
Mhm.
couple don't like Vince. They helped Vince this week, but because they wanted Zach out, right? But don't forget that they heard that Vince wants to get rid of the couple.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
they
in his
weren't
mind.
fighting hard to keep her in the house. It was Mickey that was right. Isn't that what you said earlier? That Mickey was the
Yeah,
one.
because she's definitely a number for him over like more than
Yeah,
Zach would be.
but none of these other people were. It was only Mickey. Someone
Yeah,
who's
and
not
Will.
really.
Will agreed. He went along with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he,
she still said she
he
was
nodded his
rocking
head,
around.
and
Yeah.
Mickey did all the heavy lifting. Will nodded his head, and everybody else just stood by while Ashley was probably going to go on the block.
Hmm.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm just trying to figure out. Then that dynamic,
It
because
would
it
be
doesn't
nice
make
to
any
see Ashley
sense.
win tonight. It would be nice to see Ashley win tonight.
Rachel's
Well,
close with Ava, right? I
yes.
thought they
Yes.
were. I thought they were number ones
Yeah,
with each
yeah.
other.
Ava is never going to put Rachel up. She's not.
Okay, then why wouldn't it be enough for Rachel to say, "Don't put Ashley up"? Why isn't that enough? Why does Mickey have to fight so hard?
Oh, because Rachel left before. There was Rachel and Mickey in the room. So Rachel, I don't know, she had to go do something. I think she went to the stove. There's something in the stove. And then as a mom, she's not going to forget the stove. Slide right down, right?
Okay,
And
Hmm.
that's why Mickey took advantage of talking to her alone. And you can't put Ashley up.
something
Of course,
fishy.
Rachel would agree to that too, because she doesn't want Ashley to go up. Because now they're close on the mom thing. Remember from the beginning? They had her to the group.
Yeah, but I
Not a
think
mom,
Ashley's
they
gonna
had her.
go with where the power is. That's Ashley in my mind.
Oh no, I believe in my heart that Ashley will go with her, with Rachel. I'm
But she
telling
didn't
you.
tonight.
I guess what I'm saying is that someone who's
Well, that's a
actively
vote, right? She
to her
she could
at
decide.
best
She
is
knows that the vote was going
advocating
to
the
be
hardest
against
for
him.
her to stay. That's what I'm getting at,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't make sense.
Not much in there does this
Eh,
season.
oh, for sure. You
We'll
never know
see.
what's going to
We'll
happen
see
in the
how
house. because they're
We'll see.
also
We'll see if I'm wrong. I'm telling you, I'm betting a point right
non-consistent.
now that Rachel and Ashley will be together.
I
I
don't.
believe it. I do. Well, it's okay.
Just
I
just
just
based
bet.
off of what just based off of what I'm saying, it seems like Mickey and Morgan and Ashley are they will dump Rachel at 4. if
Okay,
that
let's bet on that. I'm going to tell you right now. Ashley's going to stick to her. Rachel, I'm betting a point right now. You could put it down.
I can't.
I'll do it on Saturday. I'll repeat it, and I'll say Ed was against me, so Ed can point against me.
I know, but you have to see where we're coming from. Those are pretty fun.
But it's something to bet on. I could bet on it, right? And I say I'll bet that Rachel and Ashley stick together.
A long-term bet? Yeah, till when though? You have to be specific.
Well, the entire thing, it's got to be final 2 or it doesn't count, right? Then I win.
Oh, look at that, sir.
Right?
I say final 4.
Okay, then that's you add that in on Saturday.
Yeah, I will.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Rachel, Ashley, final 4.
Yeah, and there will be Ava in there and probably Will.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay.
It's like
You want to go against me,
I
Ed?
just don't know why the people that win the competitions are going to
Let
let
me remind you something, Ed. How many points did
Okay.
you lose this week, and how many points did I win again? Oh yeah,
I know.
5 points
I
for
know.
my girl not to use the veto, and she did.
Yeah, but again, Zach not using that power seems like right. Come on,
No,
give
but
Ed some credit
but
there
you
because
had to-
What did I tell you? What did I tell you from the start? He's so arrogant. He's so he doesn't want to give nothing. He got mad. I'm not giving that girl my
that's
money.
not
No,
why.
I'm
I don't
keeping the
believe
money.
that's why.
He said he doesn't want to give her the 10,000. He won't give her the 10,000 because she put him on the block. He said it in the show. He said he was upset with her. He refused to give her the 10 grand because she already had 5,000. Remember, she had 5,000 because of veto.
He said
right?
that tonight.
No, on one of the part of the show, he said it.
Tonight's
yeah, there
show.
was
I
a
remember
part.
him saying
There
it.
was a part where he said that. Now who knows if this is true, but he had said that he didn't want to give her the 10,000. So
Exactly.
he goes. I'm not going to give Ava the 10,000 or so.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Oh, okay,
in that situation, I think really it was his own. For me, it was just kind of like, again, these people that bitterness or retribution or whatever you want to call it, they
Mhm.
let it rule their game instead of just
I
like
think the reason why
you
I
got to
picked
throw all
him
that
not to do it,
aside and think
Uh-huh.
about how it's gonna go for
the
you in
reason
the
I knew in
game
my
to get to
gut,
the end.
the reason I knew in my gut he wasn't going to do it, he's so cocky. He's so cocky, he won't use it. He will
Okay,
keep
but
it for later.
Then how did you know that Mickey was going to turn on her ally, put him on the block, and then have him voted out? How did you know that? That never happens either.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
when it comes to his using his thing, is when he's on the block. Why am I supposed to bet on that until it happens?
I'm talking
What you're
about
saying
Mickey,
is something before.
Jimmy.
What, Jimmy?
You bet lots of money that Jimmy was going to be nominated, even though Mickey was the HOH and they were allied.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy
And
was
you
already in
I'm
trouble.
reminding you now, and you betted that he would go home.
Exactly. I
Not
already
only-
told you Jimmy was in trouble. He opens his trap so much, and I said it's going to happen. Someone's going to find out what he said, and it's going to spread through like wildfire to the house. And it's exactly what happened. Only one person
That
will be
is
behind
what
his back will be Rachel. And I said he's going to go home. And I won. There you go.
Okay.
When I have a gut feeling, I go for it. Like
I
I'm
know.
going to go for my gut feeling, and Rachel will be with Ashley towards the end.
Okay, but you can't dog us for disagreeing because your gut has a lot of crazy ass feelings, D. They have been
It's
working.
okay.
They've been working, but they're pretty crazy ideas.
I know, but I'm making money. I'm making a lot of money.
And
You're
I will
just like,
say
just
that
listen to me. I'm like,
on
how
this-
can I listen to that?
but
That's
on
crazy. And then it happens.
But on this particular thing, I really do think that it was a thing of, how even in life, if you you've got a situation like that or at work or whatever, and you're just like, I don't like this person or I don't like what they did to me, and I'll be damned if I let them have, the money I earned or whatever the situation is. I just feel like it was more of that as far as why Zach didn't use it. I
You
think
can
it was
see it.
just,
He's so no,
I think it was just,
come
I'll
on.
be damned if Ava
Come
gets
on,
that money
Colleen.
from me.
Colleen, he is so cocky. I knew he was not going to use it.
It was a
cocky.
personal thing. I think it was a personal thing against
Yes.
Ava.
He felt burned.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he felt burned. Yeah.
So I said, I'm, when you guys bet, I said, oh boy, no.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wait till
Well,
the day.
With all the work that Zach did, though, it is surprising to see how the vote came out.
I think they tend to do that though in this game. Like the one that's like the sad, oh, but you'll be okay. Oh, but you'll get some kind of a contract after this. Like, okay, it's your time to go. We all love you. Like that happens a lot too when they should be getting someone else.
Yeah, true.
Well, no, I mean, like, well, he had a power, and whatever his reason is, his narrative is that he didn't use it to protect someone else from going up in his place.
But yet she didn't do the same favor back to him the DR.
He actively takes a punishment. He won the trip. He actively takes the punishment away from Will and bestows the trip upon him.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. I mean, these are acts of that would ingratiate yourself to the group, especially when you're not the target.
Well, it didn't evidently work on Morgan, because even
didn't
though
work
he
at
did
all.
that, even though he
work.
did that, the one who supposedly was crazy about him and liked him at the beginning wouldn't even give him her vote. So
That's
it's
right.
like these people are, you know what I mean? So I hope
So
he
that
looks
means
back.
that everybody that said she was crushing hard was just full of it, right? Because
it's a life lesson. It's a life lesson. Do not,
because a lot of people were saying that she was falling for Zach. A lot of people.
Well,
were.
she was at the beginning, and then she felt rejected, and so she was rejected
a lot.
But then, Morgan was rejected by Zach, and Zach honestly was rejected by Morgan in the end, because he even told her he did it for her, and yet she votes against him. It's nuts.
After telling her that
These people are not loyal at all. You can't
But
trust
she hugged
anybody
him
in
so
this house.
hard at the end, crying. She hugged him hard.
and the HOH wants to save you, and the
She's
HOH
full of it.
lets the
I'm
other
sorry,
guy
Morgan's full of it. Morgan, I also have in the category, is very full of herself, and anyway, that's my own personal opinion. So we'll see how it all works out for her. But yeah, she's a little on my last nerve. Well, beyond my last nerve.
She plays the same game as Vanessa, except Vanessa was not mean like her.
Yeah.
Look.
Yes, she was.
No, not mean. Like
Vanessa
say
was
things. How was she mean?
Well, you know what, too? Morgan, I think, is following
How was she
Nikki's
mean?
lead. I'm not.
How was Vanessa mean?
Yeah, mean.
Yeah, she sent old boy home in his shoes without his shoes on. That's pretty mean, and she knew he was going. She knew it. She didn't give him a heads up or nothing.
Well, why don't you put your shoes for I'm gonna say, if you should have shoes on.
Because you told me I wasn't going home. You said I wasn't nothing to worry about. You're the only vote.
Yeah.
I think
you even
too,
said,
like
Vanessa, how could you? I'm not even have my shoes on. What are you doing? I'm sorry, Austin. I'm sorry, Austin. I mean, I guess that's not mean when she's crying. That's not mean, but I mean, her words aren't mean, but her actions are mean. I guess I meant it like that.
Like cutthroat.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ed. Yeah.
She has very mean actions, but her words are very different than that, right? She'll cry and she'll say the things. She was the master, bro. She was the best.
And that's the
Exactly.
difference between Morgan and Mickey and a Vanessa game
Yeah,
is that
she's the
Morgan
best.
and Mickey are doing like the Mean Girls thing together where they feed off each other's energy.
Yeah, I can't
So-
stand those two as a couple. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
can't
when
stand it.
Mickey and Ashley were talking, like I said, and Ashley was like, "You're savage," and she's like, "Well, I'm counting the votes. I can get the votes. I just need to decide which way I want them to go." And Ashley's like, "You
Yeah,
mean?" She goes, "I have to choose what's better for my game." And Ashley's like, "You mean what's better for everyone's game that you're aligned with?" And she was like, "Well, yeah, yeah." So Ashley won't go jump in like Morgan will. So if it was Mickey and Morgan talking, Morgan would jump on the ship and agree when she would make fun of someone. Like Kelly doesn't even deserve a birthday party for all the stuff she's caused
yeah.
in here. And Mickey would be like, "Yeah, yeah." And then Morgan says the thing about Mickey says the thing about Christianity and Morgan's like, "Yeah, yeah." And then Mickey says the thing. It's like Morgan's like her little cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
everybody's focusing on Morgan rather than Mickey, but they're starting to
Why is
feel
that?
out Mickey.
Yeah, why is that, do you think?
I think Mickey's pretty smooth about it. She convinces people, she cries with people, she sits with people, she offers alliances to people, whereas
So
Morgan
she's
doesn't do that. They kind of know where she stands.
okay. So she is that considered nice? Sitting with people and listening and all that stuff.
I guess it's soft around the edges until they find out that it's all bull,
Okay.
I think.
I mean, it's working for her, right? She did convince the HOH to change targets and put up
For
different
now,
people.
yeah.
Mickey, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think she's playing. I mean, it's messy.
Yeah.
It's messy. And then her relationship with Morgan, you said, is suffering now.
A little. It's been that same like static, like when Mickey found out that Morgan had a final three on the side. So there's always been like moments of static between them, but a lot of people are saying they don't see them actually going against each other.
And with Zach out of the way, that's supposedly going to clear Morgan's head of whatever was going on with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea,
Oh yeah,
anyway.
definitely. Yep, definitely.
Okay, does this bring this should bring Morgan even closer to Mickey then, with Zach
Oh, I
being
bet
gone?
so. Yeah.
Or does Vince try to get his piece then, because he was one of the three, right, with Morgan and Zach?
I just think no matter who's winning this HOH, I just feel very strongly that Morgan is going to be one of the nominees for the
I think
block.
so too.
I don't see any scenario that she's not. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Morgan
I
is
was
in
just
grave
reminded
danger
of
this week. She's in grave danger this week.
I
As she
agree.
should be.
Right? Feel the heat.
Let her feel some of it. Exactly.
Okay, so we have an HOH competition going on,
Yeah.
or
Which
supposedly going
could
on.
potentially be shown in the next few minutes.
Yeah. And if it's the wall, then we're going to be on all night. Well, maybe an all night. We'll see. It should be because there's a lot of strong people, right?
Here's the prediction.
Yeah. Or people could sneeze and fall off or get cold because of the cold. People always say that they're strong and everything, but when they get the cold weather, the water on their neck,
I
that's when they
agree.
all complain about, oh my God, this is so cold. How did you do that, Danny? Because Danny won 3 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it won't be like that tonight, you guys, because I'm telling you, it is so hot out here. Even though, like, it'll probably feel good to them, whatever it is.
Oh, can you imagine? There's more.
I'm still sweating, you guys. So it's like, and it's 9:00 at night here. I have a screen door on my front door, right? I have the front door open. I have the back patio open. I've got it all open, and I'm still hot. So I'm just saying tonight, particular. If this is the night they're doing it, I don't think there's going to be an issue with the cold per se, to be honest. But
Yeah.
You know, I just don't think so because of the situation right now. But sometimes it is. Oh yeah, sometimes, no
Hey,
doubt.
Ed,
Depending
you
on
put money on N Rachel, right, Ed?
On Rachel to win I owe every week I put one on Ashley and
Okay,
Rachel.
good. Yeah, I'm
at
gonna
least he's
cross
consistent.
I'm gonna
He's
cross my finger for you, bro. I'm crossing my finger for you.
Well, even though it's the wall, I don't really think Rachel's gonna win it.
But
But
if it's not, if it's the swing thing, she's got a big chance. Swinging, she's good
well,
at
that's
hanging
her.
on to stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I like her chances in swinging stuff. I like her chances in how well do you know your house guest type of questionnaire stuff.
Mhm.
I'll do like those kinds of things with her. Any of the maybe not. I don't know about the puzzles. It depends because some of
Yeah,
these
she's
other
good at
folks
puzzle.
are pretty.
She's
I
good at
know,
puzzle.
I know, but she's good at all of them. But some of these other people are pretty good at puzzles too. So
Yeah.
uh,
Well,
I
Keanu's
don't know.
good.
But like the wall, she's pretty good at the wall too. But I think there's other people that are better than her at the wall. That's all. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
discount Rachel. I'm just saying that she isn't in season 13 anymore. That's
Yeah,
all.
no, I understand that.
Yeah,
But she'll
and
do it. But she'll do her best, and then
absolutely she will. And
she's
not
been
only that,
doing weights too. She's been doing weights and the
no,
bicycle
well,
and all
she's
that
always been
stuff.
into fitness. You can see that. You can see that
Yeah.
she keeps herself in good shape.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. I mean, and
Or
she's ready for
maybe
Big Brother.
sometimes when you want to see your family's picture, sometimes you're willing to go the extreme. And maybe
Absolutely.
tonight she'll do it. We'll see.
Morgan,
We are locked in.
why? I don't know why. Why
Well,
did it have to be
I have a bet on her to win the HOH tonight with Lauren.
Okay, so why wouldn't she? Who do we think is going to win this H? I mean, there's no bets on it. Our bets are already placed, but who do we think is going to? Let's remind everybody who we bet on and what we think is going to come from this HOH.
I'm sure. Do you want me to skim through it quickly?
Just quickly, yes, we
Okay,
can.
so we have D who put a chip on Lauren and a chip on Morgan.
Right.
We have Colleen who put a chip on Vince and a chip on Keanu.
Okay.
And then Ed, you put a chip on Zach, a chip on Ashley, a chip on Morgan.
His back's out.
Right. And I've got one chip on Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
There's a
And
good
Meow
chance.
didn't
That's a
vote
good
for
chance.
HOH.
She's kind of
And-
the forgotten person now, Kelly.
Yeah, and I also
True.
said that Catherine. I feel like Catherine might win with either her or Riley.
I thought
Okay,
you
and
said you
that's
felt
who you
Kelly
feel,
was going to
you feel
win.
like they have a good shot.
Yeah,
too,
but you already said Kelly, so why would I repeat Kelly, right?
Oh, I thought that was your feeling.
Yeah, but
I was
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
sure.
But you have your
Yes, we
vote
got
on
more than
her,
half
right?
the house.
I
that
need
have a
that
good
chip.
We got half the house.
I feel Kelly to win, but I just said because you already said Kelly, and I can't talk too loud because Cass is asleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but half the house has a shot at winning this wall competition.
Oh, yeah.
We've got,
of course.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why.
They're all the
And,
same build.
I agree with you on
pretty
that,
much.
Ed.
Yeah, pretty much. Keanu's probably the biggest one out of the bunch.
Oh,
You
for
would
sure.
think that he
Yeah.
would have the. I mean, even though he has more strength and everything else, you would think that he's probably got the biggest disadvantage at this thing. He'd
I
have to
just think,
really.
but I
He'd
just
have to
think
really be-
Keanu. I think Keanu's sick of being on the block and
He
sick of
is.
having to fight his way through
He is.
these damn busters every week. That I think
Sure.
he's so determined that I think he's
too.
got an excellent shot tonight. That's just what I'm thinking.
Oh, I
I
think that
think
he'll.
he is.
I don't think he'll be
Yeah.
the first one off. I do
Yeah.
agree with that. I think that he'll definitely fight.
Yeah.
Well, who do you think will be the first one off? Will? Who's next?
Rachel,
Really? That soon? You don't think Rachel will be in the
Rachel,
top half?
or I think either her or Mickey. Mickey will probably be off. Mickey's going to be off early. Mickey Rachel, and Morgan, I think, are all going to be off early. And I know Dee will disagree with me about the Morgan situation.
Wow, me
But
too.
I think Morgan's going to be off early.
I don't,
Nah.
but I definitely can see Will dropping pretty early. I can see Mickey, like I guess, like you said. Well, I'm trying to think because I know that Ashley will be on that wall. I know that Kelly will be. I know that Lauren will be. Catherine, all the ones that you've already mentioned. Rachel is going to be up in there. Vince, it's going to be, yeah. Amongst all of them, I think it would probably be Will because all of those people are probably going to be able to hold on longer than him. Ava's not in it, so she doesn't, or else she would be first, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I guess Will would be the first one off for me.
He doesn't
why-
need
Yeah,
to win.
actually, that's probably a good guess too, Ed, now that I think
He
about it.
doesn't,
But
he
yeah.
doesn't need to win. He doesn't need to win, so that's why he's going to get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the other thing too. Yeah, he doesn't need to get all wet. He doesn't need to, right? He doesn't need to
Exactly.
get soaking wet. He doesn't need to win this thing. He's not gonna
He
he's
doesn't
not
need to
gonna
kill
be
himself
gone
and get all
anymore.
wet and uncomfortable and sit right before his good sleep. We all know he likes to sleep. He likes to go to bed early and he likes to sleep.
Well,
Anybody
I don't know
who's
about that.
and
I'll tell you this, he's playing a good social game.
anybody who's been with the service guy kind of knows that routine. I can tell you from experience, they like to get up early and go, they like to get up early and go to bed early.
Even when he was talking to Vince on yesterday's episode and Vince was crying, like, thank you for caring about me. And in the DR, he's going off on him, like, you're sitting there crying in front of me. Like, what are you talking? What's wrong with you? But then to him, he's like, anytime, buddy, anytime. I'm your uncle. I'm the uncle.
Yes. He also seems to me to be the glue that keeps that, because I was talking earlier about the Mickey Morgan Ashley relationship.
Yeah.
Will seems to be the common denominator, the thing that keeps them together, because he has a good relationship with Ashley without Mickey and Morgan, and he has a good relationship with I guess it comes to me. I think he seems to have a good relationship with Mickey and Morgan, or they seem to come to him anyway. So testing.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're here. So what did we cover next, you guys? Have we covered most of it? I can't even. Where do we leave off?
Oh.
Where did we leave off? I was.
I'll be right back, guys.
Was everybody? No problem, D.
Hey.
Did everybody just have a thing at once, or okay?
I'm here. I'm totally here. I'm here, Ed.
We're all here.
Kind of all right.
Yeah, there was one funny part too when Ashley was. Remember that conversation that Ashley and Mickey had, where she was like, "You mean all of our best interests, right?" And then in the DR,
that was great.
It cut to her saying, "I thought this was Big Brother, not big dictatorship."
That was great. Yeah, I liked that.
So last week they were all talking about Ashley talking too. Mickey and Will were talking about Ashley talking too much, and she plays a really good ditzy game. I gotta say, she's acting
right.
part.
Yeah.
And then this week it's Ashley and Will talking about Mickey being too bossy. It's funny how they switched.
We have a lot of
So an Ashley HOH would be interesting. I'd like to see that.
Well, I just don't know.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that would be really something. I wouldn't know who she would nominate if it was Ashley winning. That would make things really interesting.
She would definitely have to pick a side.
Especially
with 4 potential nominees. Oh my.
Yes. And of course you guys all know too that on the wall comp, if it's the wall comp, that's the one where they usually make deals as they all get tired of standing up there. That's when the deals start being made.
Well, they start getting made when it's down to you
The
know, two
last
or
three.
three,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then it gets very Survivor-ish, like on Survivor. Oh, I'll do this and that for you. Let me win this. Let me win this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
Just the, it's just funny the way that's worded like that.
Just give it to
Okay,
me. Give it to me.
yeah, like it's up to them. You
Yeah.
know, do it yourself. Anyway, that's is there any well, is there anything we can dive into online? Is there any chatter about what's happening out there in the BB world? Are they preparing for our
A lot of people are talking Mickey's
are
game.
covered in your blood. I am the most dominant, masterful, and strategic player in this house.
I hope
Okay,
Dee
good.
wasn't back yet to hear that.
Oh, that's
Okay.
funny.
Well, I had
Exactly.
to sneak it in real
Yeah,
quick.
Too late. Too late. I heard it.
Oh, come on.
She was there. She was there.
Uh-huh.
See what else? I know people are saying. I guess they're kind of off the Riley hate train a little bit, only because he wasn't really in the spotlight this week.
Yes,
Besides the
very
first kiss.
true. You're
Okay,
right.
so
How
they're not
quickly that changed. Yeah.
so BB is not diving back into the showmance part of things with
They
them
showed it
anymore.
yesterday. They showed the first. Oh, Sunday's episode. They showed the first kiss with hearts around them.
Yes.
But like I said tonight, it was funny in her when she was voting in the DR and she ran away saying, "Sorry, I made you watch me kiss a boy."
Oh gosh.
That was
But
her
no,
shout out.
that's very interesting. Okay, so I guess there's not much left then. Is there
Yeah.
anything else anyone wants to talk about before we wrap things up?
I do want to comment on Rachel. She's been doing a good job at like picking up or sniffing out all the underdogs. So like in the moment where someone
Right.
feels down and out, she'll swoop in, have a meaningful conversation with them, and then say maybe we should, we could work together going forward. And she's done that with a lot of people, and that's why I think most people, except for Vince, wouldn't be too quick to nominate
Yes,
her.
and that's a smart move on her part because then no matter who ends up being, whoever's going to be left towards the end, she'll
Mm-hmm.
be good with them. And
It's
then
kind
she'll
of
be
like,
able to and then she'll be able to say, "Oh yeah, remember from the beginning I said it was you and me." And if she's doing that with all the underdogs, like you said, odds are one of them's going to end up with her near the end and it's going to work out for
yeah,
her.
and it's not even in a threatening way. It's just that they have a soft
No.
spot for her because
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a similar, okay, no, maybe a parallel in another universe to Angela's game, where in the
Oh, I
beginning,
see.
like Angela was the attacker, but in this case, in the beginning, everyone was like, "Yeah, she needs to go. She needs to go." But that 1 week of safety was enough time for everyone to start picking on each other and kind of
Right.
look away from her. And they weren't all saying get Rachel out at the same time. Like the handful of people who wanted her out weren't met with agreeance when they brought it up. So that was Jimmy, that was Keanu, that was Vince, that was a lot of other people
Yes.
who brought up her name. So I think it's like the Angela, where in the beginning she's the highlight, and then the whole middle of the season she's kind of just the mom, and no bother trying to get her out.
Yeah, exactly.
And she might end up at the end of the game this way. Who knows?
Well, it's definitely a different approach than her prior seasons. She's grown up and learned a lot, Rachel.
Yeah, she can't control that spice or that, like, assuming someone just said something horrible about her. Like, she'll definitely jump to that really fast. Like, she told her and Morgan had a fight. We didn't talk about that today, but Morgan and her were talking, and she's like, "Well, you're kind of." Morgan says, "I would want you in jury." No, kind of something about that. I would want you in jury. And Rachel's like, "I am so sick of hearing everybody say that they want me in jury. You think I came here to play to sit in the jury house away from my family? I've played with better
Exactly.
cast. I've played with better players. I've done this before." Like, she went crazy on her. And Morgan was like,
Yeah.
"No, that's not what I meant. I just meant like that stage, like the jury phase." And she's like, "There is no phase. it's the end of the game for me, and I'm gonna end up there. Like, I'm tired of people not giving me my crown.
Yeah, sounded to
Right?
me
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a whole moment to be captured and put on television and stuff. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think that she was just trying to make some television with all that, but
Oh, for sure, for sure.
that's what Rachel does, you know.
Her
She goes
moments.
up there and exactly, and she's known for them, and she has them, you know, and she
Mhm.
was able to back them up back in the day. She has to take a different approach now, and it's, you know, I like seeing this new approach. If she could
Yeah, I
back it
would
up with
too.
a comp win
I
or
would
two,
too.
if she could do that, and you know, see how she wields power now with this new mindset that she is playing with, I'd like to, you know, I'd like to see that too. That's why I'm still gonna probably bet Chip every time I have one to hopefully see that if she can win an HOH, so I can, you know, just to see what she would do with her new approach to the game.
Right. I
Yeah.
think she'd be another. Yeah, so I think the two most interesting choices would be either Rachel or Ashley. Those would be the two most interesting HOHs, I think.
Hmm.
Well,
But
they're
they're
the
Maybe
both
ones.
Kelly
not. But
too.
they're both not likely to. Well, I kind of feel like I know who Kelly might put up, but I just feel like Rachel and Ashley will be really
Yes.
unknown
Yes.
to me they would put up. You know.
Well, I'm curious now, Colleen. Who would Kelly put up?
Well, Kelly's gonna put up, that other side of the house. First of all, like Kelly is aligned with Keanu and
Okay.
And the
ah,
showmance.
yes, the
Oh,
showmance,
Riley and Catherine.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Kat. So it won't be those guys.
And she's
So it's
thankful,
gonna be
grateful to Ava.
that's correct.
Yep.
And
She has to give Ava a pass, right, for not putting her up. So she's going
whereas
after Mickey Morgan and Ashley.
Oh,
That's the
maybe.
same people. That's the same people that that Riley tried to put up or
And that
was
Ava wanted
talking
up.
about it. Oh, and
well,
that's who Ava
third time's
initially
a
wanted up
charm.
to.
Yeah,
Third
she
time's a
wanted
charm.
Ashley up, and then she wanted Morgan as the
Oh,
renom. Yep.
So
Andy Herron.
actually, in that scenario, Kelly does have a good chance tonight, though. I mean, Kelly's got a fairly good chance. I don't
I
know what
hope.
her balance or strength is, but she
wow!
might be able to
This
pull
this
something out.
changes things a bit for me because this means that Mickey is even more influential than I was giving her credit for at first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
And
think she
and
is.
here, right before the episode, Andy Herron posted, if this makes it more confusing for you, Ed, it says people are having to beg Keanu not to throw the blockbuster up to the minute before the live feed show. I mean, the live show.
No way. Oh, wow.
Oh
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
interesting.
And then he writes, "This cast
Wow.
sucks. I love them."
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I mean, they. I mean, they're. It's chaotic. I mean, if you like good gameplay, then this is not the season for you.
Yeah.
And
No.
but you know, but am I still being entertained by it? I guess only in the way that someone has to look at a car wreck. You know, it's
Yes, exactly.
you know I
Ed
don't
can't
want
help
to have
himself.
to
He
look
keeps
at it.
turning his
You know, it's
head.
a bad thing, and it's not my business, and I don't want to have to deal with it. But I, you know,
But you can't look away. You gotta see. You
yeah,
gotta see how it ended up.
I
You
want to. I
gotta
want
see
to
if
see the
anybody's still
carnage.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's love hate for sure. It's I'll have to look back on the season after it's over. If you know, for me, it would have a lot to do with, you know, that's why I play the Jag video. It's because, you know, when you get a winner that, you know, that kind of it was not that season wasn't all that great. Everybody
It
knows
Yeah.
it, right?
wasn't.
It was predictable.
And for me, it
Very,
started right with the power of Matt,
but it became
in that
predictable.
Cerise
Jag put his,
situation.
you know, he put his will into use. He absolutely, you know, just enforced his will upon that house, and it was just
Hmm.
something
Yeah.
to behold. That's
Well,
all.
Oh,
Keanu
yeah.
might be in that
And I
same
don't,
kind
and
of
that's not,
position.
and Mickey of all people seems to be closest to doing that right now.
I think so. I don't know. It could go either way, I think, with her. I think she could dominate this way, but then it might be a Paul situation where, yeah, you made it, but you said a lot of crappy things and you turned on your alliance members from the beginning and you blah, 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 blah. So who
Yep.
knows?
And if she has a good narrative to explain those things, it's a game for money, and it's
Mm-hmm.
deception, it's Big Brother, right? If you can explain yourself like that, then
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
appealing to you as game players. Morgan's a game player. Rachel's played this game. If they can get to jury, they can vote for someone like Mickey, despite her whatevers. You've already given her credit for being able to sit with people, talk with people. Uh, I don't know how she got out of the Riley situation. She took Riley's HOH and put him on the block, and they're still
Mm-hmm.
hanging out and buddies. How do you do that? How do you
Yeah.
do that?
mm,
I
mm.
mean, oh man, I'm just thinking about it now, and she's really, she's really playing a good game, despite, like you say, the social aspect of it might catch up with her in the end. But right now, she's doing it, and people aren't saying, are people saying in the DMs that I see what Mickey's doing? Are they confessing this to us?
Well, Will said it. Ashley said, "Is this the
Yeah, but they're already
dictatorship?"
with her. They're with her.
Oh, you mean anyone on who's not on her
Yeah,
side?
right. Yes.
Um.
Because you have to remember, Mickey fought hard, tooth and nail, to keep Ashley off that block.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good question.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Any other things we want to get into before we close this up?
I don't see anything on my end.
All right, I guess
No,
we'll go ahead and come to a close then. Do we have anything that we want to sign off with, Lisa? Do you want to give our social medias, please?
Oh, absolutely. You can find the links in the description in this video, but also it's locked in RTV on X and on Instagram. So come check us out. We do live posting during the episodes. We try to inject a little comedy into it. So yeah, keep it interesting. Come by.
D, anything to say?
Oh, I hope it's a good winner tonight. I hope it's my winner or someone else's winner. Maybe Lisa's winner.
Go
I
ahead
hope so too.
before you sign off, D. Give us a winner tonight. Who's a win? The one standing out above all others in this moment, regardless of your bet. Who's winning tonight?
Kelly. Kelly.
Kelly's the winner tonight. Thank
Yes.
you,
Yes.
Colleen. Any last words?
yes, but I was just thinking about your question. For me, my
Yeah,
winner.
please.
For me, my winner is between Keanu and Vince. Who will I pick? My winner is
Pick
Keanu.
Vince. Oh, okay.
My winner's Keanu.
Keanu.
Yeah,
He's gonna
and
hold on to
as,
that thing.
and as far as signing off, we appreciate whoever out there is listening to us every week, and we hope you enjoy our little, repertoire here, and please come back.
Yeah.
Please come back again.
Oui.
Lisa, let me get that one winner from you before we sign off.
Well, I'm not thinking anything but Kelly
Kelly.
Good
for
one.
selfish
That's a good
reasons.
one.
Yes.
All right.
And despite everything, I think Kelly is a good pick. All of you have good picks. I also like the bets that you've placed on, but I still am going to go with Ashley. I think she's going to win this thing. I think she wants to. I think that it's time for her to flex. And if you think you've seen Ashley before, see Ashley with some power. You're gonna see it. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna be
Like,
great
it's gonna be
television all
epic.
week. It will be. It'll be good television all
It'll
week,
be
and I don't think
excellent.
anybody's going to be able to. Well, I don't know. Can people influence her? I mean, she seems to be pretty one-track minded as far as my way, but we'll have to see how that goes too.
It depends how dumb she wants to come across, I think.
And
Yeah.
that's what it is too. She is
Good point.
playing some kind of role in that house about downplaying her cognitive skills. She just is, and I don't it's paying off for her because people are not looking at her as a threat very much. They just find her annoying more than a threat, I think. And so I'd love to see her HOH to see how it goes and how she handles the power.
Me
Anyway,
too.
yeah. So anyway, let's say goodnight, everybody. And and on Saturday, I should point out that we could very well be broadcasting at a different time. So it may not be on Saturday, but you will hear from us, and we'll definitely be back next Thursday. We'll get that Saturday episode all cleared up, and we'll post on our social medias when that will come out.
Yeah.
Let's say goodnight, everybody. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.